this video, I will discuss the 7 levels of Islamophobes. I will be going through the least dangerous Islamophobe,
Sahih Bukhari, number 1 Sahih Muslim,
all the way to the hardened and the worst war criminal and mass murderers who causes immense amount of harm to the Muslims.
Medieval forces of radical Islam, they're bent on world conquest.
So if you want to know my list of 7 levels of Islamophobes, then please keep watching this video until the very end. So let's get started. Recently, I saw that there was a trend that's been going on with a lot of YouTubers where they're making a bunch of 7 levels videos. So basically people are doing this kind of like tier list where they're ranking 7 levels of everything, whether it's a book, whether it's a movie or whatever, right? So I saw this trend and I figured, you know what, why don't I make my own list? So this is my 7 levels of Islamophobes.
Level 1. Trash.
The first level of Islamophobes are what I like to call the native Arab speakers Islamophobes. So these people will be native Arab speakers. They will hate Islam to a vehement degree. Because these people are quote-unquote native Arabic speaker, oftentimes they are able to fool Muslims into thinking they have some kind of credibility. They basically have nothing of substance against Islam. They will always lie and distort things. One famous example is Christian Prince.
the number 4 and then number 6 Sunan Ibn Majah. Those are the authentic books, you idiot.
And the worst part of it is that their behavior is absolutely disgusting. All they'll do is mock Prophet ﷺ, mock Muslims, and that's it. That's all they do. These people are not to be taken seriously. These guys are a joke.
Level 2. Bad.
Level 2 would be the shouting on speaker's corner. These include people like Bob the Builder, Hatun Trash, and these people often will go to speaker's corner to find these kind of like naive Muslims who doesn't know much about Islam, and they will basically try to brainwash them to become a Christian. They have nothing of substance, again, just like with the native Arab speakers. They'll oftentimes heckle Muslim apologists. As a matter of fact, their only job is to heckle Muslim apologists.
Why are you scared? Scared from a distance. What's that?
Leave him alone. Do you believe in Christianity?
I am a
Are you
Christian.
a good example of Christianity?
Of course I am.
You can see there are people talking here and you were going to come with your mic and your camera.
Yeah,
What kind of behavior is that?
What?
Level 3. Mid.
Level 3 is basically copycats. Basically what they'll do is they'll find a more popular Islamophobe and they'll basically copy their content. So the people that would be in this tier would be Reese Givelight, Islam critic, inspiring philosophy. Reese Givelight, he basically makes videos copying David Wood. Like, I'm not joking, like he's literally copying David Wood's video word for word.
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali.
Clay was a white man's name.
Clay is a white man's name.
Muhammad were names for his people.
Muhammad, that is the name of his people.
Level 4.
OG of idiocy.
On level 4, things get a little more interesting. While these people are still jokes and they're not to be taken seriously, there is some merit to them because they've been doing this for a long time. So this is what I like to call the OG Islamophobes. I'm talking about people like David Wood, people like Sam Shamoun, and people like Apostasy Prophet. They oftentimes use very effective rhetoric, which can be harmful for some new Muslims that doesn't know how to tackle this rhetoric. They also do activism. They have a very large following, but these people are still stupid. Like if they go into a debate with like a student of knowledge, they're gonna get absolutely destroyed. But because they're very good at rhetoric and they have some experience, if it's like some new Muslim that they're talking to or debating, they might have some edge. So if you're like a Muslim that don't know much about Islam, I would recommend you to avoid these people. But if you're like a Muslim apologist like me who's been doing it for a while, this is gonna be a cakewalk. Like these people are not serious.
What's that, brother?
Level 5.
Crybaby losers.
So on this level would be basically people who uses emotional arguments, the crybaby Islamophobe. People who use very emotional arguments to win over kind of like this very secular minded people, which by the way also includes liberal Muslims, and they're very effective, especially with this kind of secular atheist liberal crowd. These are people that will basically say they used to be a Muslim and they will say things like they were abused by Islam somehow and they realized how evil Islam is and then they left. And this rhetoric will often work with many Muslims. They'll sympathize with them because that's what people do. What they're basically doing is emotionally manipulating people. But for the most part, these people can be debunked very easily if you just know what to say or how to use rhetoric properly. The people that I would put on this list are Apostate Aladdin, and then you will have people like Hassan Redwan. And also I would include Armin Navabi from secular jihadist, although he became a bit more extreme nowadays. Now, when it comes to their arguments are not good, just like the previous ones, but because of their emotional rhetoric, they can often kind of like win over people that usually wouldn't be won over by Islamophobia.
Level 6.
Pure grifters, man.
I like to call these people the political activist Islamophobes. They will mostly focus on right-wing political activism. But because they hate Islam, this kind of two worlds merge with them and they become very effective at spreading Islamophobia. Dealing with these people is very difficult because not only can they spread Islamophobia, they can do it very easily because they're not technically apologists. And so they can have this guise of like, oh, I'm just this kind of like rational political activist. But then slowly he will inject a bit of Islamophobia in his political rhetoric to alienate the Muslims.
And they're taking our jobs.
Yeah, they're taking our houses, they're taking the lot.
And they took your teeth as well.
Yeah, they did.
So who am I talking about here? So I'm talking about people like Charlie Kirk. I'm talking about people like Asmongold, Tommy Robinson. Not only are they spreading Islamophobia, they are also influencing policymaking. Politicians will often listen to these people, and this is what makes them so dangerous. These people are Islamophobic, and they will influence other right-wing politicians to make policies that will also be Islamophobic.
Level 7.
Literal psychopaths, man.
Now, level 7, these people are the most dangerous Islamophobes. What makes them so dangerous is because these people don't even operate on the level of apologetics. These people are beyond apologetics. These people are straight up mass murderers, war criminals, and fascist leaders. These people cannot be held onto account in any way by any average Muslims because they have too much power. What makes them so dangerous is that not only do they have hatred towards Muslims, they can make policies based on those hatred and enact on those policies based on this hatred. They're almost like untouchable. They are beyond kind of like refuting and debunking. Other politicians will defend them because they will make their careers, right? Another thing that makes them absolutely dangerous is that they have the ability to literally kill Muslims and get away with it. So who are the people that are on this list? The number one would be Benjamin Netanyahu. This piece of shit has led to the death of nearly 70,000 to 60,000 innocent Palestinians. Majority of them are Muslims. And then you have people like Narendra Modi, who is known as the Butcher of Gujarat. In 2002, there was a massacre against Muslims that happened in India, in Gujarat, and there is documented cases against this guy where he told the police to not do anything while the mob basically goes around, destroy Muslim shops, and kills Muslims. And this is why he was nicknamed Butcher of Gujarat. Now, he's the prime minister. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't try to hold them responsible because we have the social media and we can still criticize them, speak against them, raise awareness. So yeah, I guess that's about it. This is my 7 levels of Islamophobes video. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I hope you guys like the video. This video gets a lot of views. I might do another one, which will be 7 levels of Muslim apologetics. So look out for that if I do make that video. If you guys like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And if you want to support me, you can support me by becoming a Patreon or a YouTube member. Inshallah, see you guys next time. So,